What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Wiskeyer. I know you see we got the Rockies fitted hat on, okay, because we're in Colorado doing our bourbon hunt. Now, I was going to make, a few stores combined into one video. However, I think we have something pretty special here, okay? Shout out to Oasis Liquors in Falcon, Colorado. It's about a 12-minute drive outside of Colorado Springs for me. The store owner, Chris, hit me up and said that on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, they do open tasting. So he sent me a photo. There's like plenty of bottles. Anything that you want to try, you can get up to 4 samples. So we're going to go check it out, see what they have on the shelves. I've heard that this place has some amazing stuff. So that's where we're at right now. We're about to head in the store. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, so we're here at Oasis Liquor in Falcon, Colorado. Not only was it just a table, it is an entire shelf full of tequilas, whiskeys, wines even. Very first thing that we're going to sample, we got poured, is this Bardstown Origin Series. It's a Kentucky rye whiskey. Do we know how long that's finished, Chris?
I think it's 6 years.
6 years?
Says
Okay.
On the side, yeah.
Yep,
6 years. 100% rye vinyl.
Okay, awesome. Let's try it out. It smells super sweet, not like a typical rye that I've tried.
Yeah, a little bit more decadent, I find. Solid choice. Yeah, the Origin Series was one of the first ones that I liked, that they started coming into like the lower brands and lower cost stuff.
This is
Like
really
they always
good.
did the collabs, and they always did the Discovery Series.
Yeah.
And they were always over 100, so it's like, why don't you guys throw a couple cheaper whiskeys in there and have
For
it
sure.
finish great?
Pretty available here too on the shelf. I'm going to show y'all in a little bit. All right, very next thing we're trying. I'm super excited about this, not only because I've never seen it, but I've never tasted it. I love the regular release of Redwood Empire, so I'm super excited to try the cask strength. We got a little taste here. It's pretty light on the smell though. Oh wow, dude, it's like a caramel bomb. 58%. That is absolutely delicious. I know this stuff is pretty hard to come across, and they have a ton of it on their shelf. So if you can make it down to Oasis and want to grab a bottle of this, please do. It's phenomenal. All right, our very next sample is going to be a local spot here called Art of the Spirit Distillery. This is a store pick, so this store selected this bourbon. I just want to give a shout out to Art of the Spirits too, because they do a great job showcasing some of our military members, like this Navy SEAL here on the bottle. There's an artist that made an exclusive piece of art for these bottles that release. This is aged over 7 years, 59%, 118 proof, which is pretty much right where I like it. So let's go ahead and get our sample in. Come on. It smells like honey, literally honey fresh on pancakes, all right?
Don Julio. So Don Julio sold the thing years ago. His grandson found the original recipe and manufacturers under La Lulo because he can't manufacture.
Cask strength. Gonna come in at $79 for a store pick. Like I said, they do a lot of great proceeds towards military members, showcase our military members, which is awesome. I love that, being a military member myself. And you're supporting a local business here in Colorado Springs. Can't beat that. That was phenomenal. Wow. And it's just lingering on the palate. Really good. All right, next we have the Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered. Personally, this is going to be my first time trying this. I see it everywhere here. Y'all know that we have it everywhere here. However, I just never came around to buying a bottle because I normally like to try things before I purchase anything. So here we go. So does Smoke Wagon have an age statement on anything?
I don't think so, actually. Not
Okay.
that I can remember.
It's going to be 1207 today. Can I put those in a bag for you?
Yeah, it just says aged and bottled. Doesn't even say like in a minimum amount.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure they actually try to put an age statement on it. But if I was to guess, I mean, the way it tastes and all that in a lot of these brands, it's probably in the realm of like 4 to 6 years.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like butter on the palate initially.
It's kind of thick and oily, like
Mhm.
it'll coat your mouth when you
Mhm.
try it.
That's pretty good stuff. I'd say worth the price too, and for how much we have it here, 57%. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good stuff. All right, last sample we're gonna try is the Midwest Spirits Straight Wheated Bourbon Whiskey. Comes out of Ohio. And the proof on this is 95. Smells really sweet, like a caramel. Whoa. I always recommend this to people, but this is on a different level. Wow. That might be one of my favorite low proof weeders that I've had. That is phenomenal stuff, guys. Again, Midwest Spirits, straight weeded bourbon whiskey. All right, now that Chris has got us sampled up, we're gonna go through and show you some of the stuff that they have on the shelf. So first, just want to start out by saying this was absolutely delicious. This was their store pick. He has it on sale right now, $20 less than what the normal price was. Come get it at $80. Again, we've seen this before, 291, a local Colorado spring spot. I'm not sure on the age statement. I don't think they released any of that. But Chris, don't they use aspen wood, right?
Yeah.
Some aspen staves. And I've tried it before. It tastes really like sharp, but in a sweet way as well. It's really, really good stuff. I've tried a bunch of different renditions of this. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
Of course, we
Have you ever tried their maple syrup one? The M series? Dude,
No.
it's so good.
They have they finish it in a maple barrel?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That does sound really,
Very
really good.
comparable to the Widow Jane Decadence.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, awesome.
Wow. And then here, this was probably one of my favorite samples that we tried. $70 for this Bardstown Origin Series, this rye. And how old did you say it was?
6-year rye.
6-year rye, and oh my God, this stuff is phenomenal. Our Four Roses here, again, I can't recommend these two enough. If you're just getting into bourbon and you want something that is like a single barrel, right? So look out for these Four Roses single barrels. They're super sweet. They have a nice smoke on them, vanilla, and pretty great price tag for your first single barrel if you're just getting into things. And if we come down here a little bit, this is something that I was pretty excited for, to see this sitting on the shelf at $70.
Right.
And Chris said that they've been getting a lot of these more often. You know, they're coming in more often. So Knob Creek 12, personally never tried it, but I might have to take this one home with me today because I've never seen it just sitting on a shelf before.
Great 100 proofer.
Oh yeah, that's what I hear. It's phenomenal stuff because I love the Knob 9, the single barrels, everything that they come out with. Do you know much about these? Because I'm personally not a big fan of the orange bullet. That's just my personal opinion. But these bullet 10s and bullet barrel strengths, do you know much about those?
I like the 10. The barrel strength, it doesn't hit for me, but I know a lot of people that like it. I think they're actually going to be coming out with the 12-year again here soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Or something I think I saw or heard from someone.
Yep. And then, of course, we have our Wild Turkey Rare Breeds. Another one that I compare to a Four Roses, around the same price. This stuff is going to be more smoke, but a sweet bomb, like you're drinking candy. Of course, it tastes like bourbon though, but it's really good. The ryes as well. We have a Russell single barrel rye and straight bourbon, 10-year and 6-year rye. Phenomenal stuff. Russell's 10. I'm still trying to get my hands on a Russell's 13 like most of us out there because I've heard that stuff is just phenomenal.
I'll let you try some. It's my top whiskey.
Okay.
Number one.
That's what I hear, and I heard 3 years, guys, 3 years makes a difference in bourbon. From 10 to 13 is a big jump. Again, our very first video, we got the early times blue caps. Can't recommend it enough. 4-year bourbon, 100 proof. Okay, you're gonna get quality every single time that you drink this stuff. Coming down to Brothers Bond. So this is their standard. And for those of you Vampire Diaries fans, the Brothers Bond, these are the two guys from the series that came out with this. However, what they have in the store, something I've never seen, is the Brothers Bond Rye. I didn't even know that they made this. And the proof is 95 proof, 4-grain small batch limited release. So there's a limited release too, which is pretty awesome. But what I thought was really exciting is the Brothers Bond cask strength. Now guys, me and Chris both agree, out of the, what'd you call it, famous or gimmick whiskeys, this is probably one of the best ones.
Yep.
And the fact that they made comes in at 115 proof for their cask strength, not full proof, cask strength. So they have it here on the shelves. Come check it out. Let's see. Of course, we have our regular Woodfords that we love. Have you had the bonded rye? Because only a couple stores I've seen had it.
Yeah, no, it just came in. Haven't had a chance to try it.
Yeah.
I like the regular bonded.
It's
The regular
super good.
bonded is great for its like $30 price point.
Right.
Hard to beat.
Okay, awesome. I'll definitely probably have to check out a bottle of this, the bonded rye.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-year, obviously. But it's like bottled and bond essentially, but
Yeah.
they have to call it bonded because they're not bourbon, right? Yeah.
Well, it goes by all those stipulations. There's
Yeah.
certain stipulations with the whole government tax and having to be stored in a government facility
Right.
and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
I mean, if you're going to go through that work, you might as well call it bonded, right?
Exactly. We have, of course, all your Old Foresters, which we all know is great, phenomenal stuff. Anything on here that I'm missing?
No, I mean, some of the stuff that I like that I feel like not a lot of people have tried is the Pikesville rye.
This
I
one
think
here,
that's a top tier rye for me.
Top tier rye.
Yeah, for
Okay.
it being around $50.
Yeah.
Really hard to beat. I would put it up there with some of the hardest hitting
Comes
ryes
in
out
at
there.
110 proof too,
Yeah.
which is what I like.
Yeah, and that's my money proof, like 110 to 120.
Yeah, me too.
That's where I live.
Great stuff. Now come get a shot of this, guys. Not only do they have the Redwood Empire, here it is, cast stream pipe dream, but they also have, you have almost every single one of them.
Yeah,
the cast
everyone except the haystack needle.
stream. I mean, look at this. It's just here on the shelves, bottles of it, guys. That is incredible. Like I said, I've never seen any of this on the shelf, and we just got a sample of it. Phenomenal.
Yeah, pipe dream's the best one. I'd say Emerald Giant, close second. I
Yeah.
like the Emerald Giant a lot.
Private label distiller. If you're ever in Colorado Springs and you're looking for a place to go grab a drink or a cocktail, the owners are super great. The facility is actually it's huge. It's in
Yeah.
the middle of like this industrial area, but
Yeah, 20,000-ish barrels
Yeah.
in their aging
It's
house
insane.
and all that. It's really cool to be able to drink and then get a tour
yeah.
just right on the spot.
right on the spot. And on each floor, I think they have a view of all their barrels. So
Yep.
it's really cool. But personally, they're 132 proof. They have 132 proof. That is just, I mean, it's phenomenal.
And they'll give you a good flight of like the American whiskeys,
Yes.
their signature, their rye, and that cask strength. But
Yeah, it's
to
a
me, that
great
cask
place.
strength takes it hands down.
Oh yeah. And we keep coming. You did say we obviously have a great selection of Penelope as well. Can you talk about what's in the future for this?
Yeah.
All right.
So we should be getting in some samples this next week, actually. And going to be looking to do our next barrel pick on a Penelope barrel, which is new to Colorado Springs.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Has been in Denver, but hasn't gotten down here yet.
Yeah, I'm excited for that as well because Penelope's big in the market right now. That's kind of the talk of the bourbon world.
Oh, yeah.
Is what Penelope's doing over there, and the fact that y'all are going to get a store pick. Y'all might be the first in the Springs, or at least in this area, in
Yep.
Falcon especially, to get a store pick of this. So that's pretty
Oh, yeah.
exciting. And right here is where we have the smoke wagons. You even have the Halloween edition here.
Yeah.
Of just this is their straight bourbon, right? Their small
Yeah,
batch.
their signature, and it's
Yeah.
pretty cool once it sits in the light. Once you put it in the dark, the entire Halloween face lights up.
This gold, like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
really interesting. That's neat. And then come over here, and we have some, of course, the Green River Wheat. It's like we talk about all the time. The straight bourbon whiskey. They have the Handy and Schiller, right? Handy and Schiller, which is basically a pre-made cocktail made by Buffalo Trace, and they're out right now. But they normally do have the old fashioned whenever it does come in. And what Chris was telling me is they actually make the cocktail, and then they throw it all back into a barrel before they bottle it up, which is
Yep.
really, really neat.
Yeah, they re-age it.
Re-age it.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Oh, you have some single barrels as well. I didn't even
Yeah,
notice that.
yeah, a couple single barrel new riffs. I'm hoping to do
Yeah.
a single barrel with them here soon.
Oh,
Also,
okay. I got a store pick of a single barrel, and I can't recommend it enough. I think it's a 114 proof one, the one that I have, and it sips way under. It's just
Yep.
delicious.
when we did our bourbon March Madness one-on-ones,
Yeah.
New Riff single barrel went against a Penelope single barrel in the finals, and it beat things like Rare Breed,
Really?
Old Weller Antique 107.
They're
you
doing
know.
great things over at New River
Oh
for
god,
sure.
it's so good.
I can't wait till they get some more age statements in some of their stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And if you're a Buffalo nerd like me, of course,
Right.
we have a pretty decent amount of Buffalo Trace here on the
Yeah.
shelf. I love Buffalo. This, guys, I was telling Chris, most stores don't really keep this just on the shelf, at least here that I've seen. Sometimes they allocate it or keep it behind the counter and whatnot. But we have the Larceny Barrel Proof. Is this the only batch you have? Is A123?
Yeah, the A123
I
I
had
think is
this
what we
one at
have
the
right
house,
now.
and it's super delicious. Hot, but it's really sweet, really, really good.
Yep.
And straight wheat whiskey, too. If you like wheaters, come check it out. Do you know much about Old Ezra 7? I've seen people post, but I've never tasted it personally.
I haven't. No, I haven't tried either
Yeah.
the bourbon or the rye.
Okay.
I've wanted to, and it's been sitting there. I was actually thinking about popping one open here soon and just
Okay.
tasting on it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then Heaven Hill, of course. Also never tried it, but I hear mixed. People love it, people hate it, but people chase after this
Yeah.
stuff.
I love that one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm on my third bottle, I think, so far
Okay.
this year. It's a good one that I reach for pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Packs a punch for that 100 proof.
Yeah. And then I don't think Bruce will ever see this video, but shout out to Bruce. He talks about this a lot. Do you know anything?
Yeah,
Ben
Ben
Holiday
Holiday,
bottled and bond.
great traditional bourbon flavors, a little bit sweeter,
It's an
lot,
amazing color on it,
yeah,
too, if you can
really
see that.
deep color on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a lot of flavor from that. It just hits you like a horse.
That's awesome. Awesome that you have it here. I think this is the last one, though.
Yep.
So, yeah, sweet. Well, I just want to say that was an absolute amazing experience. I want to thank Chris for inviting us out here, the store owner. It's a family business. You guys are phenomenal. What you're doing here is so awesome in Falcon. Make your way out here, guys. It took me about 12 minutes from the Springs to get out to Falcon. Oasis Liquor, okay? Not only for letting us, you know, try some samples, video what you have on the shelf, but Chris was the one videoing for us. All right, you were working that camera back there, okay? So I appreciate you for that. And I want to say I'm going home today. I'm super happy, man, okay? Happy customer here with the Knob Creek 12. Pumped about that. I've never seen one on the shelf before. That's the first thing I'm doing when I get home. I'm cracking that open, and oh, I can't wait. Might make a reel if you want to check us out on Instagram, give you some taste notes on what I think about that. And last but not least, the way he runs his allocation process here is he runs by point system. So every dollar spent gets you a point. If you have 150 points, he does a quarterly drop. Last drop, he had Stag, Russell's 13. He had Weller Foolproof. Just some absolute bangers. So if you spend 150 bucks at this small business supporting some amazing people, you can be part of their loyalty program and come get you an awesome allocation. I'm super pumped. Thank you so much for watching Wiskeyer. Check us out on Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram, and we'll see you in the next video.